Well, yeah, and when we look at talk about grinding, is that we're not as talking about being prepared for your environment. We're less prepared than we were 2, 3 generations ago. That's why we've had to lower our military standards for physical fitness dramatically in the last 50 years, because if not, we wouldn't have people fit to serve. And this is something that was uh, predicted 50, 60 years ago by people like Hans Kraus, who's a famous physiotherapist who came from Europe to United States, and he had a series of functional tests that he used to do with school children, and he was shocked when he got here in the 50s and 60s and realized that our kids couldn't do them. And said to he actually became an advisor to JFK, and he actually said, if you don't start getting your kids in shape, you're not going to have anybody fit to fight for you in years to come. And that's why we started the whole Presidential Physical Fitness Council and the whole thing. Unfortunately, that kind of got derailed, and it wasn't about fitness, it was about playing sports. And so if you fast forward now, I've done some work in doing some projects in physical education. If you look at the physical literacy and movement of our kids, it's really, really scary. And they not only can they not move. We did some basic movement testing on middle school kids, and it was shocking how many kids had not discomfort or couldn't do it, like said they had reported pain doing simple things like trying to touch their toes, trying to rotate right to left, trying to extend back. Um, and to see that, well, that's going to only precipitate that much more. And if musculoskeletal claims are the biggest health, insurance claims now, how much is that going to cost us as a whole, with healthcare being out of control as it is? How much is that going to cost us 30 years down the line with all the musculoskeletal injuries, with all the metabolic diseases that are going to come out of the fact that we just don't move anymore? And then obviously that got exacerbated when people got locked into their homes for almost 2 years. And so we're on a scary path in terms of our health and fitness in some ways. In other ways, it's great in that we have mediums in which people can share information, and you're seeing more people on the flip side also get involved in doing greater things in talking about longevity at greater ages. Whereas, when I first started in this industry 20, 25 years ago, there wasn't, 50 and 60-year olds like I train now who are doing triathlons, who are competing in mixed martial arts, who are playing competitive tennis, who are doing these types of things and not looking to slow down anytime soon. And they're showing that it can be done. It's being shown in sports at the highest level. One of the greatest football players ever is coming back at 40 something years old. And you're seeing golfers compete at a very high level into the later years, and seeing it in a number of sports. And it's because we're much better at how we can take care of ourselves if we follow the science of how to do that.